All right, good evening and welcome to this Yoga for Recovery, Resilience, and Realization. My name is Brian and I'm delighted as always to be here with you tonight. Tonight, we're going to continue our exploration of alignment and balancing the chakras to heal our trauma. We'll do a little bit of work in the third chakra just to get warmed up, and then we'll focus today will be primarily on the fourth and fifth chakras, the heart and throat chakras. As always, remember, support precedes action. So have your necessary supports for your practice available to you. So your blocks, your straps, your bolsters, your blankets, your eye shades, whatever you need to have to support yourself in your practice. Also, remember that it is your practice. So while I'll be offering and suggesting and inviting you to try some things from over here, they are simply that, offers and suggestions and invitations. The only requirement for you is to be present and to breathe. Everything else is just an option. And then as you work into the options, remember that you are going to listen to the wisdom of your own body and do what is right for you. So you may want to come out of postures at any time. You want to take alternate postures at any time. You might want to add additional support to a posture beyond what I've offered. And all of that is on you. Please, please, please listen to your body and just do what's right for you. Especially some of the challenging postures as we get challenged. It's not a battle with yourself here. It's not, the idea of yoga is to be in alignment with yourself, not at war with yourself, not competing with yourself, certainly not criticizing or condemning yourself. So, all right, let us start as always by grounding, landing. We'll raise gratitude. We'll set our intention. So find your supports. Come into a supported posture, whatever that looks like for you. Feel into the physical sensation of whatever part of your body is in contact with something, the floor, the chair, the seat, the wall, the cushion. Feel that physical sensation of connection as support. What is it like to be supported in this moment? And having established your support, imagine you could extend roots through those places of physical connection down into the earth to hold you steady and sure as you lengthen through your side body, lengthen through your spine, lengthen through your crown. And then experiment with tucking and nodding your chin to feel that release at the back of the neck so that you can feel the full length of your spine from the base to the crown. Holding your spine elongated and aligned, notice what happens in your torso and in your energy body as you align and elongate the spine. And turning your awareness inward will come into the body by coming into the breath. Turn your attention to your breath. Find your inhale as it appears underneath your nasal passages. Begin to breathe in and out through your nostrils. Following your inhale down into your body, wherever it may go in your body. Following your exhale all the way out of your body. Feeling that feeling of whatever it is you feel as you pay attention to the breath. Notice what happens on the in-breath. Notice the sensation. Notice what happens on the exhale. Feel into a conscious awareness of the immanence of breath, the prana, the life force coming on the inhale. Notice the conscious awareness of what it feels like to release completely on the exhale, let go. And as you hold your awareness on your breath, let everything else slip away, everything that you've done in the day up until this point, just let it slide away. You'll be back for it here in a little bit. And then on your next inhale, if you choose to, allow your hands to float gently to your heart in a way that brings awareness to your heart space. And allow to arise in your heart space gratitude. Any one thing for which you are grateful. Perhaps for you today, just the possibility of gratitude. And whatever it is that arises in your mind and in your heart when gratitude is called forth, I invite you to take a moment to see that clearly in your mind's eye. And whatever it is that has arisen for you, whatever it is that you're grateful for, I invite you to anchor that gratitude right there in your heart space and to keep it there for the duration of our practice to see. And then finally, if you choose, I invite you to set an intention for your practice this evening, perhaps a simple intention to just keep your gratitude anchored in your heart space, or to just be right there with each inhalation. And And whatever your intention is, I invite you to now state it to yourself. Hear yourself in your mind's ear as you state your intention in a clear and declarative voice as if it is already done. And then listening as the echoes of your intention perhaps reverberate in your being, I invite you to drop your chin towards your grateful and intentional heart and offer a benediction to seal your intention as I say, Namo, Namaste. And lift your head, lift your chin, drop your hands, take a full inhale. A complete exhale. And then bring your intention and your gratitude with you as you come down onto your back on your mat. We're going to begin lying down today on our backs. Supine posture. So extend the heels towards the bottom of the mat. Extend the crown towards the top of the mat. Bring the heels and toes together. Let the toes be neutral toward the ceiling. Bring your hands down by the side, palms down. Lengthen through the crown. Bring your shoulder blades in the center of your back down, and then feel the lower part of your spine. So notice that little shift that happens to get the lower spine, the lower part of the spine, to make contact with the back. And then find this length here. As you inhale, take the arms overhead. Interlock the thumbs either way. Press through the heels as you lengthen through the fingers. So like a big good morning stretch, good evening stretch, just stretch here. Find that length, feel the full back side of your body on the mat. Inhale here. Exhale, let the toes come back to neutral. Switch the interlock of your thumb. As you inhale, lengthen through the fingers, press the toes away from the face. Get long here as you breathe in. And then exhale, release the toes to neutral. Interlock the thumbs the opposite way. Cross your right leg over your left. Take your heels to the lower left corner of your mat. And then begin to move your arms and maybe the crown of your head toward the upper left corner of your mat. Opening the right side body. Take a full inhale here. A complete exhale. Inhale here. Exhale here. A full inhalation. Extend, get long. Exhale, let your head, hands, and feet come back to neutral. Uncross the ankles, switch the interlock of your thumb, cross the left ankle over top of the right. Take the heels toward the lower right corner of your mat. Take the arms and the crown maybe toward the upper right corner of your mat, opening the left side body, full inhale, get long. Complete exhale. Inhale here. Exhale here. A full inhalation. Exhale, come back to neutral. Bring your feet, head, and hands back to neutral. Release the cross of your ankles. Bring your hands down by your hips. Palms down. Forearms down. And then we're going to begin here. Bring your knees into the chest. Extend one leg, bring the other knee closer toward that shoulder. So for me, I'm extending my right heel, pressing through the heel, bringing the left knee toward my left shoulder. Inhale here. Exhale, switch. Extend the left leg, press through the heel, bring the right knee in toward the right shoulder. Inhale here. Exhale, switch legs, right leg long, left knee in, and then continue to do this with your breath. Pistoning the legs with your breath. Inhale and exhale. Find your rhythm, your pace, your breath, and your practice. Now remember, the more elevation you put in your legs, the more support you get from your spine. So if it's, and you're not trying to overdo anything here. If you need to, you take your legs and bicycle, piston them toward the ceiling. You'll feel the full length of the spine supported. And the lower that you bring your legs, the more you engage through the hip flexors, the quadriceps, the hamstrings, the core, Anyway, we're just warming up here. Just a couple of exercises in the third chakra, in the core. Bring your mind to your navel point. Extend both legs long. Inhale here. And exhale. Just let the heels come down, toes fall up, and turn the palms up and take a breath. Full inhale down into the belly. Complete exhale. We did this exercise last week. As we talked about the third chakra, Manipura, the golden jewel city. Bring your hands down, palms down. Now, if you need additional support, you can bring the thumbs underneath the SI joint, or even bring the back of the palms underneath, the thumbs underneath the sits bones, or you can bring the back of the palms underneath the SI joint. And we're going to take both legs toward the ceiling, press through the heels, flex the toes back toward the face. And then we're going to begin our scissor kick. So lower the left leg on the exhale. Inhale, left leg up. Exhale, right leg down. And continue. You can do one leg at a time here, working with your breath. Engaged in the core. You're feeling that fire begin to burn in the belly. That fire in the belly is our self-will, our self-discipline, our self-regulation, our sense of self. And when we have trauma in our lives, when we have danger in our lives, we lose our sense of self. And we find ourselves not having the power, the personal power, to move through our challenges. And so we work on our mat to restore our power. Now, if you like, you can actually continue this with both legs. Inhaling up, exhaling down, just warming the core, engaging ourselves, well, getting into our practice, feeling into this. Yeah. Few more here. Working with your breath. Remember that breath is strength. So when you feel yourself losing your power, return to the breath and bring the strength in with your breath. I can do anything because I'm focused in the breath. Inhale up. Exhale down. A couple more. One leg or both. And inhale the legs high. Flex the toes. And then bring the legs down. Let the toes fall open. Let the palms fall up. Breathe deep into your abdomen. Let everything settle. Full inhale. Complete exhale. Got one more here in the supine posture. Now, stretch pros can be very challenging. So if you need to or want to, you have variations here. All right, bring the hands down by the sides, palms down. Again, if you want more support, you bring your thumbs underneath the sits bones. If you want even more support, you bring the back of your palms underneath the SI joint, top of the buttocks. Okay? Find that posture. And then you're going to begin wherever you are with your support. You're going to lift the shoulders and the head. Stay long through the crown. Now this may be your spot. You can lift one leg. If you like, lift both legs. This is your posture. If you like, lift your arms. Full stretch pose. You're going to find your variations. Maybe you want to bring one leg down. Maybe you want to bring a hand behind your shoulder if you feel some tension there. We're going to be here 1 minute. So let me set my timer here so we don't overdo it. And we're going to add a little breath of fire. Firing ourselves up here. So, and okay, so find your posture, whichever supported way you need to be, and you can modify as we move through this. Find your stretch pose. Let me take the glasses off. And then breath of fire if you're not pregnant or on your menstrual cycle. If you are pregnant or on your menstrual cycle, just do long, deep breath. Full inhale. Complete exhale. Otherwise, you want to add a little diaphragmatic pulsing here, a little breath of fire. Now, this is a very challenging posture, and we're early in the practice, so don't overdo it, don't overthink it. Do what's right for you. Listen to the wisdom of your body. Breathe. Modify as you need to. Full inhale. Exhale, let the heels come down, toes fall open, palms fall up. Take a breath, full inhale. Woo! Well, we're in it now. Oh my goodness, yes. Welcome to class. Breathe in. Let it out. Deep into your belly. Breathe, full inhale. Complete exhale. Now notice what shifted for you in those couple of moments of bringing your awareness to your core. All right. Okay. Full inhale here. Cleansing breath. Side out and then roll to your belly. Either direction. Doesn't matter. You're going to bring your toes toward the bottom of your mat. Tops of your feet press in. Your hands come down by your side. Palms up initially. Bring your forehead, your chin, or your nose to the mat, whatever is most supportive for you. Now, as you lengthen through the toes and press into the tops of feet, you may feel the knees engage. As you lengthen through the crown, you may feel the chin, nose, or forehead come up off the mat. As you continue to lengthen through the crown, you may feel the shoulders come up. You may even feel the chest come up. This is your supported locus. Breathe here, full inhale. Complete exhale. And then you may want to lift your arms. You may find a little more length here. As you lengthen through the arms, you may feel that lift the shoulders even more. Breathing, full inhale. Complete exhale. You may want to lift one leg. You may want to lift both legs. Balancing here, full inhale. Complete exhale. Inhale here. Exhale here. A full inhalation. A complete exhale. Inhale, get long. Exhale, slowly lower down. Let your heels fall open. Let the one cheek fall to the mat. Turn your palms up. Turn your palms down and let everything release. Cleansing breath, full inhale. Complete exhale. Inhale here. Exhale here. A full inhalation. A complete exhale. Bring the heels together. Bring the hands underneath the shoulders. The thumbs right at the breast line, the inside of the wrist lightly grazing the ribs. Perhaps the elbows are moving toward each other and down toward the hips. Forehead, nose, or chin to the mat. Toes pressing away. As you press into the tops of the feet, maybe you feel the knees engage. As you lengthen through the crown, you might feel the nose, chin, or forehead come up off the mat. As you continue to lengthen the crown, you might feel the shoulders come up. And then as you press lightly into your fingertips, you may feel your shoulders and heart come forward. Shoulders come up. This is the beginning of our practice into our heart chakra. So we have engaged our core and brought some heat into the body. And now we're going to begin to open the heart. Lifting, pressing lightly. Now maybe you want to pick up your hands so you can feel the work in your core and in your lower back, but then you let your hands support you, let the fingers support you. Press a little bit. Maybe you find a little bit of movement here. Inhale up, exhale down. Try not to overdo the movement here. We're trying to find that place where we're calm, steady, focused on the breath, and moving within our own bodies. Find that place, be there. And then if we like, we're going to introduce breath of fire here. So inhale, exhale, side out. Inhale to prepare. And begin. Now you may notice that your diaphragm is constricted because you're on your belly, bringing a little challenge into your breath of fire. Just work with what you have, find your rhythm, your pace, your breath, your practice. Full inhalation. Exhale, release down. Let your opposite cheek or ear come to the mat. Let your heels fall open. Turn your palms down and let's let go. Breathe here. Full inhale. Complete exhale. A full inhalation. A complete exhale. Inhale here. Exhale here. On your inhale, bring your head to neutral. Bring your hands underneath your shoulders. Press yourself up to a table. So bring your knees underneath the hips. Bring your hands underneath the shoulders. Lengthen through the crown. Press back through the hips, so you're pushing your hips back toward the bottom of your mat. You're lengthening through the crown toward the top of your mat. You're feeling that length in the side, ribs, bringing your awareness to your heart. So imagine that at the space behind your heart, where your spine would be behind the heart, at that place in your spine, there is a bright green ball of energy. So we talked a little bit about the balls of energy, the chakra, the wheel, or ball of energy. Imagine, if you will, a bright green ball of energy spinning right behind the heart there. We breathe into the heart here. On your inhale, let the belly drop, let the crown rise, let the heart come forward. Hips go high. And as you exhale, round the spine. Release the chin toward the chest. Roll the hips under. And then continue to do that. Inhale. Arching and lifting, exhaling, rounding and releasing. Our heart is the place of connection. The element for this chakra is air, the breath that connects us all. We all breathe the same air, the same breath that I breathe, you breathe. We are all connected through the heart, through the breath. So we work the breath to open the heart. But for many of us, opening the heart is a challenge, because the more open the heart, the more the potential for pain, vulnerability exists here. Acceptance and allowance are the traits of the heart. Despair is the shadow of the heart. One more here. Inhale, neutral. Okay. Inhale here. As you exhale, just walk your hands out. Keep your hips up over the knees, so your hips stay steady and short over the knees, but the hands walk out, which brings the chest and heart toward the mat. We're coming into our heart melting pose. Great place for your block if your forehead doesn't naturally come to the mat, or your chest does not come to the mat. Utilize your block as support. Keep walking the fingers out. Keep the elbows lifted so we're not collapsing into the forearms. So we're actually utilizing the fingertips to press into the fingertips and the heel of the palm to keep the hips over the knees. If we collapse the forearms, the hips will shift forward. So we want to stay lifted and lengthened through the spine, but the heart is melting. Breathe here, full inhale. Complete exhale. Now the heart's key is acceptance and allowance, allowing the universe to be the way it is, accepting ourselves within that universe as we are. This is a posture of acceptance. Can you allow yourself to melt? Right here. Letting things be. Breathing in. Breathing out. Feeling that green glow moving through the entire torso. Rib to rib, shoulder to shoulder, front to back. Breathing here, full inhale. Complete exhale. Inhale here. Exhale here. A full inhalation. A complete exhale. On your inhale, slowly begin to walk your hands back underneath the shoulders, lifting the crown and chest, coming back into your tabletop posture. Lengthening here. And now we're going to add a little twist. So the thing about life is it throws us a twist from time to time. So we're going to work with that here. So on the inhale, take the left arm off the long side of the mat and rotate the torso toward the left. Maybe the left arm goes high a little bit, maybe not. Now on the exhale, we're actually going to thread the needle. So we're going to bring that left hand behind the right elbow, staying lifted out of the right side, twisting back to the right, reaching underneath the body. I'm going to do that 3 more times. Inhale, rotate it open, left arm high. Exhale, thread the needle underneath the body. Continue your rhythm and your practice. 1 more time. Inhale up, and then as you exhale this time, go ahead and release the left temple, the left ear, the left cheek, the left shoulder to the mat. Keep wiggling the left fingers away. Establish yourself here. This could be your spot. If you like, you can walk that right hand out to the top of the mat, or you can take the right hand high toward the ceiling, or you can take the right hand behind you in a half bind, seeking out that left hip, and you're breathing here. Feeling the twist, breathing in, breathing out. A full inhale. A complete exhale. Inhale here. Exhale here. Wherever your right hand is, return it underneath the right shoulder. On your inhale, press into the right palm, lift the torso, take the left arm high, and then bring the left hand back down underneath the shoulder. Take a breath here to reestablish your stability. Make sure you're balanced in this posture in your tabletop. And we'll move to the other side. So inhale the right arm off the long side of the mat and rotating the torso. Maybe the arm goes high. Exhale, staying long. We bring the hand behind the left elbow underneath the body. Inhale up. Exhale, thread the needle. And inhale. And exhale. Inhaling high, and this time as you exhale, thread the needle and drop the right temple, the right ear, the right cheek to the right shoulder to the mat. Staying long, hips over the knees. Then we take the left arm, maybe walk it out. Wiggle the right fingers. Establish yourself in the posture. Feel the allowance and the acceptance come. Maybe take the left arm toward the ceiling. Maybe drop the left hand behind the back, half bind. Breathing here. Inhale. Exhale. A full inhalation. A complete exhale. Inhaling here. Exhale here. Wherever that left hand is, please bring it back underneath the shoulder. Press up, lift the torso, take the right arm out, rotate high. Exhale, bring the right hand back down. Breathe here. Find yourself here in this posture. Oh, paradox. Okay. Now walk your hands back towards your torso, and then we're going to just rotate off the long side of your mat. So you're going to turn to face the long side of your mat and extend your left leg towards the top of the mat. Lift the torso. Take the right arm high. Left hand palm up on the left leg. Inhale, get long. Exhale, you're just going to bend the torso over that extended left leg. So we're opening that right side body, leaning over now. Don't overdo anything. Allow the body to open. Body will go where it desires to go, where it's available to go. We're allowing and accepting. Remember our keys here in the heart. Our tendency here to want to force things, to make things happen. There's no need to do that. There's nowhere to go. There's nowhere to be. We have everything we need right here. Just allow yourself to be. You're opening, breathing, full inhale. Complete exhale. Inhale here. Exhale. Maybe you feel your body allowing a little more with each exhale as you breathe in and breathe out. On the inhale, come back, neutral right arm high. Bring your right arm down. Take your hands down to the mat for support. Bring the left knee back underneath the left hip. Extend the right leg toward the bottom of your mat. And then lift the torso, bring the right hand onto the right thigh. Take the left arm high. Inhale, get long. Exhale, hinge and lean toward your right. And again, no need to force anything. Just allow the body to open. Accept what's available to you. And breathe into the perfectness of that. Being in the pose, in the breath, working with the breath, breathing in, breathing out. Inhale here. Exhale here. A full inhalation. A complete exhale. Inhale, come back to center, left arm high. Release the left hand down. Bring the hands down to support you as you bring the right knee back underneath the hip. And then turn your torso to face the top of the mat. Take a round of those cat postures. So inhale, arch the spine, lift the crown. Exhale, round and release. Maybe one more. Letting go of any tension here. And then press the hips back toward the heels and come to an extended wisdom pose, extended child's pose, just for a breath or two. As we move and prepare for our next posture. So, you may want your block for our next posture. On your inhale, come back to table, and then walk the hands back towards the knees as you lift the torso. So, take a moment to check your knees. A lot of us think our hips are wider than they actually are. Find the pointy bone, the hip bone, bring the knees underneath the hip bone. So there's maybe just one fist width between your legs, if that. Now, if you have a block, take your block, place it between your ankles. So you don't overdo anything here. For those of us that are overdoers, just got to go to the edge all the time. Maybe this time we can be centered. We're going to work with our camel posture, which is a back bend. And we're going to be very careful with our back bends that we're not just dumping into our lower back, which is not the goal. The goal is to extend and open. We're going to open the heart here. So let's take this in stages. Let us first bring our hands so that the palms are on this, the heel of the palm is on the sits bones, the top of the buttock. The hands are extended down, fingers down, as if you had pockets back there. Imagine you're putting your hands in your back pockets. And as you do that, you may feel like your hips are moving forward. Maybe they are moving forward an inch or two. That's okay. Now they're in alignment with your knees. And this could be our edge here. We're going to inhale, lengthen through the spine, lengthen through the crown. And then we're going to exhale, maybe as we continue to lengthen out of the knees, press down into the knees as you lengthen up through the thighs and out of the waist, and open the shoulders. Maybe bring the elbows back a little bit. Maybe you feel the heart open. Maybe you roll the eyes toward the ceiling. Maybe you lift the chin a little bit. Now the tendency here is to do the work with the neck. And so we don't want the neck to be bouncing back like we're scrunching an orange in the back of the neck. We want the chin to stay level with the chest. And we want to lift through the crown. And we may feel as if our hips are moving forward as our chest opens and our back begins to bend. Breathing here. This is your camel posture. Now, if you like, you could take your left arm and extend it bicep by the ear. Inhale here. And then as you exhale, maybe you reach back and maybe you find your block. Now, if you have flexibility and you might be able to find your heel or maybe even the center of your foot. It just depends on you, but there's no need to overdo here. Breathe into the open heart. Feel the heart open. What is it like to be in the world with an open heart, but knowing you have your own back here? Now, if you like, bring that left arm back high and bring it back into your back left pocket and take your right arm high. Inhale, get long. Exhale, bring your right arm behind you. Maybe you find the block. Maybe you find your heel. Maybe not. Doesn't matter because you're getting the benefit of your open heart. You're just seeing what you can do in the world with an open heart. Breathing into your For this last couple breaths, if you like, maybe you can take both hands back. A full inhale. A complete exhale. Inhale here. Exhale here. Full inhalation. Complete exhale. As you inhale slowly, bring your torso back upright. Take your block. If you used your block, make sure that you're removing it so it's not in your way. Bring your torso back to neutral. Bring your chin toward your chest. Bring your hips toward your heels. Extend your arms and bring your chest down. Come into your wisdom pose. Breathe here. Okay. Take a moment to feel into the wisdom of this posture. Okay, where are we here? Oh, my goodness, how time flies when we're having fun. All right, now we want to move into our throat. Having engaged our navel, having connected our navel to our heart, having opened our heart, we now want to express ourselves in our throat. So bring yourself forward on the inhale into your table, curl the toes, press into the ball of the feet, press into the heels, press into the fingertips, maybe the knees lift the hips. Let the chest and stomach move back toward the thighs, release the crown, and then release the heels. Come into your downward dog. Full inhale. Complete exhale. Inhale here. Exhale here. A full inhalation. A complete exhale. Bring your awareness to your throat. So at the place where your throat and your spine would be, so the back of your throat, if you will, imagine there's a robin's egg blue, bright blue ball of energy spinning there in the opposite or counterclockwise direction as the heart, filling you with that blue glowing light, that radiant light. The element of this chakra is ether. We speak into the ether and manifest. In the beginning, there was the word. Breathe in here, full inhale. Complete exhale. Inhale, look up between the hands. Exhale, bring the left foot forward between the hands. Roll your right heel down and in. So you're in this supported posture. Your right toes are angling off the mat. Find your balance in your feet. So you're pressing back into the right foot, down into the left foot. Maybe pick up your hands. Maybe bring your hands to your knee. Maybe straighten the arms to lift the torso. And then feel yourself pressing back into that outside part of that right foot so that the hips can drop and you can lean your torso forward. Now support yourself here initially with both hands on that left thigh, left knee. This is your supported posture. If you like, you can take that right hand to your right hip. If you like, you can bring that left elbow to that left knee. Now, again, try to avoid laying all of your weight into that left elbow. Maybe you could just slide your left elbow inside that left knee. So you're in this side angle posture. Breathe here, full inhale. Complete exhale. Inhale here. Exhale here. A full inhalation. A complete exhale. Look down. Bring your hands down. Frame the foot. Roll to the ball. The right foot. Step the left foot back to meet the right. Come back into downward dog. Full inhale. Complete exhale. Inhale here. Look up between the hands. Exhale. Bring your right foot forward between your hands. Roll your left heel down and in. Left toe is off the edge of the mat. Pointing off the edge of the mat. Establish yourself in your feet. This is your supports. Pressing back into that left foot. Bring your hands up to the opposite hand underneath. Straighten the arms to lift the torso. Now, sink the hips. Bring the torso forward over that right thigh. Find your balance by pressing back into that left foot. Be here. Woo. Okay. If you like, left hand to the hip, right elbow to the knee, or once you've established, maybe slide that right elbow inside that knee. Finding that place. Breath in. Breath out. Full inhalation. Complete exhale. Inhale here. Exhale here. Inhale, look long. Look down. Exhale, bring your hands down. Roll to the ball. Left foot, step the right foot back to meet the left. Downward facing dog. Full inhalation. Complete exhale. Inhale, look up between the hands. Exhale, left foot forward, right heel down. Inhale, rise to the support. Exhale, sink in. Now, different this time. You're going to take your left hand to your hip. You're going to bring your right elbow to your left knee. So we're twisting. This is our twisted side angle. This may be your edge. If you can, you're going to slide that right elbow outside that left knee, rotating the torso to the left. Twisted side angle. Breathing here. Full inhale. Complete exhale. Inhale here. Exhale here. A full inhalation. A complete exhale. Inhale, look down. Exhale, bring the hands down, frame the foot, step back, press back, downward facing dog. Full inhale. Complete exhale. Inhale, look up between the hands. Exhale, right foot forward, left heel down. Establish your length and your balance. Hands to the knee. Now again, right hand will go to the right hip. Left elbow will come into that left thigh. Take your time, keep your balance in your feet. Maybe sliding that left elbow outside. Now, if you can't get outside, bring your left hand inside, and you'll find a little bit more twist, perhaps. Maybe not. You want to be supported, as always. Support precedes our action. Wherever you have your supports, that back foot is down and planted. Your weight is pushing back to keep you supported here. Breathe here. Full inhale. Complete exhale. Inhaling here. Exhaling here. A full inhalation. A complete exhale. Inhale. Slowly look down. Exhale. Bring your hands down. Roll to the ball of foot. Step back. Press back. Downward facing dog. Full inhale. Complete exhale. Inhale here. Exhale. Bring the knees down. Bring the knees together. And then press the hips back toward the heels. Reach the hands back. Find the feet. Straighten the crown. Take your thumb on the inside of the foot. Fingers on the outside of the foot. Inhale. Get long through the crown. Exhale, you're going to hinge the hips, bringing the forehead toward the knees. The crown of the head will come to the mat. So see if you can make your forehead and knees touch. Now maybe your forehead and knees don't touch, but you're tucking your chin deeply, and you're seeking to bring the forehead to the knees. Now the hips will begin to rise a little bit, probably, and that's okay. Find that. I'm sorry, I told you to put your hands the wrong way. Take your thumb to the outside, the fingers to the inside. So you're basically grasping your heels. And you're rolling the crown of your head toward the mat. And then as you inhale, straighten the arms and lift the hips. This is your rabbit pose. The full opening on the back side of the neck. Breathing here, full inhale. Complete exhale. Inhale here. Exhale here. A full inhalation. A complete exhale. Slowly bring the hips back toward the heels. Slowly bring the forehead to the mat. Untuck the chin. Release the hands, let the palms fall up. Find your wisdom pose. Very gently, if you like, massage your temple to temple. Releasing any tension in the shoulders, in the lower back. Breathe here. Full inhale. Complete exhale. Inhale here. Exhale here. A full inhale. A complete exhale. All right. Inhale, lift yourself, and then roll off of your hips and come seated. You got a little breath work to do here. To finalize that connection between the heart and the throat. And so, get my timer here. Okay. All right. Okay, so in the interest of time, oh my goodness, look at the time. That time flies when you're having fun. All right, so we're going to do a combination breath to connect those three. What happened there? Oh, I need that. Oh, I'm going to do a combination breath to connect those three chakras here. So We're going to do breath of fire. So find your supported posture and lengthen through your spine. I'm going to start with the hands in prayer, holding everything to the center. Then we'll move the hands out, opening through the arms and through the chest. The heart has the only chakra that has a cross connection with the arms. So that's the heart is the place of connection. So we're going to reach out for the connection. And then we're going to bring everything up towards the throat. For the last part, we're going to bring the hands up and down, inhaling up and down. So we'll start heart, we'll open here, and then we'll move this. Okay, breath of fire, a long deep breath. Let me find our timer. Let's take a cleansing breath, full inhale. Complete exhale. Inhale to prepare and begin. Now remember, if you're doing breath of fire, you're going to find your rhythm and your pace and your breath in your practice, establishing yourself in steadiness. So we're calm and steady and focused on the breath and moving within our own body. And here we're feeling that connection between the diaphragm and the heart underneath the back of the thumb knuckles, the diaphragm pulsing into that energy center at our self, the center of our being, our core, navel power connected to the heart power. And then go ahead and take your arms out, extend out as if you could touch the opposite walls of your room, opening yourself to connection, feeling the possibility, wrapping the arms around the world, opening to all that is available to us. From the steadiness of a strong core, our own clear sense of self, we can open our heart to the world as it is, allowing and accepting what comes in terms of connection and joy. Then begin, as you inhale, the arms will come up just about to touch, and then exhale back. Again, your rhythm, your pace. Again, the body's very still, even though the arms are moving. The awareness is on the breath in the nostrils. Focus is at the brow point, or actually, at this point, we're actually focusing on this energy moving from that open heart up into our throat, the place of expression where we can speak our truth. Let our words ring with the truth of our own being here. Inhale the arms up, extend, get long, lift gently at the base of the spine, at the pelvic bowl, at the heart. Tuck the chin as you relax the shoulders, even though the arms are up. Relax the shoulders. Feel everything come right into the center of your being. Feel the power coursing through your torso. Feel the connection between your navel, your heart, and your throat. Feel yourself energized and radiant here. Breathe out and release the hands down to your knees. Palms up, thumb and forefinger together. We're going to take our guided rest seated today. So as you relax and release into this posture, take a moment to make any adjustments you need, to provide yourself with any additional supports you may need. Just allow yourselves to settle in to stillness and just be here. Letting go of everything Allowing yourself to be done, just be done. Releasing any analysis, judgment, conversation, just be. That long, deep exhale. Release any shaping of the breath. Just let the breath come and go. Check in with your gratitude. Check in with your intention without judgment, without criticism. Just be. Whatever has happened, it's done. Allow yourself to be still. And let the benefit of the energy that you've raised in this practice integrate into your being. Movement and breath opens the channels in our body, freeing up, creating space, allowing flow, bringing life force and healing to all aspects of our being. This posture allows the integration of all that life force and healing into all of our systems, both obvious and subtle, surface level and deep. Healing at the level of all 5 bodies. The yogis say we have 5 or even 10 bodies. We're allowing all of them to integrate and heal at this point. Releasing into rest. What is it like to rest? To let go, to be. Perhaps feeling into that possibility of stillness. Maybe noticing a different sense of connection, a different sense of being, an awareness of something not usually glimpsed. Let us ponder that in silence for the next minute or so. And if perchance you notice that your attention has wandered away, I invite you to bring gratitude to that noticing, and then gently and compassionately return your attention to your breath. On your next inhale, I invite you to once again float your hands to your heart in a way that brings awareness to your heart space, and allow to arise in your heart space perhaps one more thing for which you are grateful. And as you witness yourself in gratitude in your space, I'll take this opportunity to extend my sense of gratitude to you from this space. Thank you so much for coming and sharing your practice. I'm honored to be here, truly. And as always, in closing, I invite and encourage you to stay here in grateful witness for as long as you like. And more importantly, when you do rise, please take your gratitude and the echoes of your practice with you as you go through the remainder of your day, lifting yourself and all that you come into contact with. Have an amazing day.